thank you very much. Good morning, colleagues. It's great to see a cross-party interest in this, in our, I guess, reconstituting Friends of a Democratic Iran. And it is happening at a critical time because for the past 2 months, hundreds of thousands of women and men in all corners of Iran are taking to the streets to fight for the freedoms that we as Canadians take for granted. And there is one young woman, Mahsa Amini, who sparked this democratic uprising in Iran. Mahsa, who dared to challenge the regime's thugs. Mahsa paid with her life when she was brutally beaten at the direction of the IRGC. For the past 2 months, as we have seen this democratic uprising, the largest in Iran since 2009, which was brutally crushed by the regime, by the IRGC. But this democratic uprising is arguably more significant in the sense that it is widespread. If you look back to the events of 2009, it was largely concentrated in Tehran and some of the other larger cities in the country. But what we are seeing today is people taking to the streets in areas of the country that had previously been thought to be areas of strength for the regime. So it is a critical time. Things are happening on the ground, and not surprisingly, but of grave concern, has been the response of the regime. This is a regime that knows no boundaries in terms of its willingness to use violence to suppress the Iranian people. We are seeing mass arrests, as Judy noted. As many as 30,000 Iranians have been arrested, where they are subject to horrific conditions. I mean, this is a regime that tortures on a systematic basis. We are seeing show trials, and in the past few days, death sentences have been issued against a number of the democratic protesters. And what we have also seen are hundreds of deaths at the hands of the regime, at the hands of their enforcers, the IRGC, including 60 children. If you want to talk about the brutality of this regime, look to a month ago when their thugs fired at school children for shouting democratic slogans. If you want to talk about the brutality of this regime, look at what happened in the last few days when a 10-year-old was gunned down. But I guess, again, is it a surprise? No, because this is a regime that, again, will resort to the most brutal forms of violence to suppress this uprising. And it speaks to the courage and determination of the Iranian people who are standing up.